They made us laugh, cry, and believe in the warmth of family on Full House 1987, 1995. But have you ever wondered what happened to the beloved cast after the cameras stopped rolling? Some lived quiet lives, others faced heartbreak, and tragically many are no longer with us. Who survived fame's weight and who left us too soon? The answers may surprise you. Bob Saget, the beloved comedian and actor, became a household name as Danny Tanner in Full House 1987-1995. The widowed father raising 3 daughters with the help of his quirky friends. Born on May 17, 1956, Saget was 31 years old when he first stepped into the role that would forever define his career. Known as the warm, yet obsessive cleaning dad on screen, his real life was far more complicated and marked by sharp contrasts. Before and after, Full House Saget balanced between family-friendly television and his darker, often raunchy stand-up comedy. He was also the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos, and later appeared in shows like Entourage and the sitcom Raising Dad. His film work included directing Dirty Work and the more controversial Farce of the Penguins, showcasing his edgy humor. Despite his success, not all ventures flourished. Several of his projects failed critically or commercially, and he sometimes struggled to break free from the Danny Tanner image. Financially, Saget built a strong foundation with an estimated net worth of around $50 million at his peak, stemming from sitcom success touring and real estate investments. Yet his personal life carried turbulence. He married Sherry Kramer in 1982, but their relationship ended in divorce by 1997, a painful break that left him raising 3 daughters. He later found stability with Kelly Rizzo, whom he married in 2018. Tragically, Saget's story ended too soon. On January 9, 2022, he was found dead in a Florida hotel room at the age of 65. The cause was an accidental head trauma. He had hit his head likely without realizing the severity and went to sleep. His sudden death shocked fans worldwide, not just because of his comedic brilliance, but because he seemed to have finally reached a place of personal peace and love. Saget's legacy is bittersweet, the smiling father figure on TV who secretly carried darker humor, career frustrations, and personal heartbreaks, leaving the world with laughter and tragedy intertwined. John Aprea, remembered by Full House fans as Nick Katsopoulos, the charming yet stubborn father of Jesse Katsopoulos, brought a dose of Mediterranean flair to the beloved sitcom. Born on March 4, 1941, he was 46 years old when he first appeared on Full House in 1987. His role as Danny Tanner's father-in-law was not as central as the main cast, but he gave depth to the family dynamic, appearing in several episodes between 1987 and 1995. Outside of Full House, Aprea built a solid career as a character actor. He portrayed young Sal Tessio in The Godfather Part 2, 1974, a role that tied him forever to one of cinema's greatest franchises. His filmography also included parts in The Idolmaker, 1980, New Jack City, 1991, and appearances in popular TV series like Matlock L.A. Law and The Sopranos. Despite his versatility, Aprea never achieved leading man superstardom, and his career was often defined by supporting roles. This typecasting, while providing steady work, reflected a quiet frustration being recognized, but never fully breaking through in Hollywood's competitive landscape. In terms of wealth, Aprea is estimated to have accumulated a net worth of $2–3 million, primarily from decades of steady acting and modest real estate holdings in California. His personal life also had ups and downs. Marriages that ended in divorce, the struggles of balancing career with stability, and the typical hardships of a working actor outside the spotlight. Now in his 80s, Aprea has largely stepped back from the screen, living a quieter life. He has a daughter, and though not often in the public eye, he has occasionally attended nostalgic reunions or conventions celebrating his past roles. While he avoided major scandals, his career path itself reflects the bittersweet reality of Hollywood fame that flickers rather than burns brightly. John Aprea's legacy is one of resilience, a reliable character actor who left his mark in both iconic films and a beloved family sitcom, while privately navigating the struggles of typecasting broken marriages and the search for lasting recognition. Yvonne Wilder, remembered by Full House fans as Irene Katsopolis, Jesse's outspoken and strong-willed mother, gave the show an added layer of cultural warmth and humor. Born on September 21, 1937, she was 50 years old when she first appeared in the sitcom in 1987. Her character, paired with John Aprea's Nick Katsopolis, highlighted the Greek family roots that shaped Jesse's identity and provided some of the show's funniest generational clashes. Beyond Full House, Wilder had a varied career in both film and television. She gained recognition in the 1970s with roles in West Side Story, 1961, as one of the Shark Girls, and the horror comedy silent movie 1976. She also appeared in the Odd Couple TV series Operation Petticoat and other projects, where her sharp wit and bold personality made her stand out. Yet, like many character actresses of her generation, she often found herself cast in secondary or type-specific roles, which limited her mainstream recognition. This professional typecasting, combined with the volatile nature of Hollywood, made her career one of resilience rather than stardom. Her personal life had its share of turbulence as well. Though not heavily reported in tabloids, Wilder faced difficulties in sustaining long-term relationships and struggled at times to balance her personal ambitions with the demands of the industry. Financially, she never amassed the wealth of her more famous colleagues. Her net worth at its peak was estimated at only a few $100,000, supplemented by modest real estate investments and royalties from her earlier work. Tragically, Yvonne Wilder's story ended in November 24, 2021, when she passed away at the age of 84. Her death, though not widely publicized, marked the quiet close of a career that had touched audiences through both iconic films and a beloved family sitcom. Her legacy is bittersweet, a woman who brought humor and heart to the screen, who faced the frustrations of typecasting and under-recognition, but who nonetheless left behind memorable performances that still resonate with fans of Full House and classic cinema alike. Jack Crushon, who made a guest appearance on Full House as Lou Danny Tanner's father, was already a seasoned Hollywood veteran by the time he joined the sitcom. Born on March 20th, 1922, he was 65 years old when he appeared in the series in 1987. Though his role in Full House was brief, it added depth to Danny's family story and showed another layer of the Tanner household's intergenerational ties. Crushon's career stretched far beyond the sitcom. He was an Academy Award-nominated actor, best known for his role as Dr. Dreyfus in Billy Wilder's classic film, The Apartment, 1960. His film credits also included McClintock, 1963, The War of the Worlds, 1953, and countless television appearances in shows like Bonanza, Perry, Mason, Dragnet, Columbo, and Ironside. He built a reputation as a reliable character actor who could move easily between comedy and drama. Yet, despite his talent, Crushon often found himself relegated to supporting parts. His frustration came not from lack of work, he was consistently busy, but from the reality that Hollywood rarely offered him the lead roles he clearly had the skills to carry. In his personal life, Crushon faced challenges as well. He experienced failed marriages, including a divorce that weighed heavily on him, before finding a more stable partnership later in life. Financially, he managed to remain comfortable with an estimated net worth of $1 to $2 million, supported by decades of steady work and investments. However, he never lived with the lavish wealth associated with many of his contemporaries. Tragically, Jack Crushon's life came to an end on April 2002, when he died of natural causes in Chandler, Arizona, at the age of 80. His death was not sensationalized in the media, a quiet farewell to a man whose presence had once lit up both stage and screen. Today, Crushon's legacy is one of understated brilliance, a character actor whose face was instantly recognizable, whose performances carried warmth and humor, and whose career, though marked by typecasting and the frustrations of Hollywood, left behind a body of work that continues to resonate with audiences. When Justin Matthew Carmack appeared on Full House as Scott, he was just a boy stepping into the bright world of television. Born on March 12, 1981 in Orange, California, he was barely a teenager when he joined the beloved sitcom in the mid-1990s. His role may have been small, but it placed him inside one of the most iconic family shows of its era, where his youthful energy fits seamlessly into the Tanner household's lively dynamic. Unlike many child actors who burn out quickly, Justin seemed poised for something more. He had already dipped into film with Delivering 1993 and showed early promise in theater. Those who knew him saw a kid with genuine talent, someone who could have transitioned from guest spots to a long, thriving career. But Hollywood is rarely kind. And for Justin, the timing was even crueler. Life behind the screen was not one of glitz and glamour. He never had the chance to accumulate real wealth or buy sprawling properties like older stars. Any net worth he had came from small acting jobs enough to support a young actor, but far from Hollywood riches. There were no scandals, no broken marriages, just the challenges of a teenager navigating a world that demanded more than most kids could give. Then tragedy struck. On July 20th, 2000, Justin Carmack's story ended abruptly. He was only 19 years old when he died, his potential stolen before it could unfold. The cause of his death remains quietly kept, never sensationalized, but the heartbreak was undeniable for those who loved him. Unlike many Hollywood tales filled with excess and downfall, his was a story of promise never realized, a life cut short before either failure or triumph could fully define him. Today, Justin would be in his 40s perhaps, with a family, perhaps still chasing roles on stage and screen. Instead, he is remembered as the boy who walked briefly through America's living rooms, leaving behind the haunting thought of what might have been. His legacy is not measured in wealth or awards, but in the reminder that sometimes the brightest sparks are the ones that never get the chance to fully shine. When Richard Paul turned up in Full House as a guest actor, audiences may not have realized just how much history he carried with him. Born on June 6, 1940 in Los Angeles, California, Paul was already a familiar face on television by the time he appeared on the sitcom. In 1987, when Full House first aired, he was 47 years old, seasoned, confident, and well within the groove of a career that spanned decades. Richard Paul's specialty was characters who seemed instantly recognizable, warm, often slightly bumbling, yet always endearing. He was best known for his recurring role as Mayor Teddy Burnside on Carter Country, 1977-1979, and for countless appearances on television staples like Murder, She Wrote, Growing Pains, Highway to Heaven, and Full House. Comedy fans knew him as Reverend Meacham on Mama's Family, while filmgoers spotted him in The People vs. Larry Flint, 1996. He was never the headliner, but he was the kind of actor who made an episode or scene feel complete, the glue that held the story together. Yet, like many character actors, Paul lived with the shadow of typecasting. Hollywood had little interest in letting him stretch far beyond the supporting roles, and for a man with genuine talent, that was both steady work and a lingering frustration. He also faced private challenges balancing the grind of auditions and guest spots with a personal life that didn't always mirror the warmth of his screen presence. While he managed to stay financially secure with a modest net worth, in the low millions he never saw the kind of fortune or fame that might have matched his abilities. Tragedy cut his story short. On December 25, 1998, Christmas Day, Richard Paul died of cancer in Studio City, California. He was only 58 years old. The news barely rippled across headlines. Hollywood had a way of quietly closing the book on supporting players. But for those who remembered his humor and heart, the loss was deeply felt. Today, Paul's legacy is subtle, yet enduring. His face still pops up in reruns, sparking the recognition of "I know that guy" moments for audiences who grew up with him. He was never the star, but he made stars shine brighter. A man who, though denied the spotlight, left behind the unmistakable warmth of a performer who always gave his all. When Alice Herson appeared on Full House as Claire Tanner Danny's mother, she wasn't just playing the sweet grounding presence in a chaotic household. She was bringing decades of acting experience to a new generation of viewers. Born on March 10, 1929 in New York City, she was 58 years old when she stepped into the Tanner home in 1987. Her brief but heartfelt role reminded audiences that family stories go deeper than what happens under one roof. Herson's career stretched far beyond sitcoms. A seasoned actress, she made her mark on daytime television with unforgettable roles in soap operas like One Life to Live and Another World. Later, primetime audiences knew her as Mrs. Van Zant on Seventh Heaven, and as part of ensembles in shows such as Dallas and Ellen. She could shift effortlessly from melodrama to comedy, From stern matriarch to gentle grandmother, a versatility that kept her working steadily across decades. But behind the steady stream of roles was the reality of Hollywood's typecasting. Herson was rarely offered lead roles, often slotted into the mother, the neighbor, or the teacher. It was reliable work, but it denied her the chance to stretch into the complexity she was capable of. Financially, she lived securely. Her decades of acting brought her an estimated net worth in the low millions, yet she never reached the celebrity heights of some of her co-stars. Her personal life had its own share of twists. She married actor Stephen Elliott, best known for his role on Dallas, and their partnership endured until his death in 2005. Though she did not chase Hollywood headlines, she endured the quiet grief of widowhood, stepping back from the screen in later years. Alice Herson lived a long life, passing away on October 15, 2019 at the age of 90. Her death did not make front-page news, but for fans who remembered the gentle presence of Claire Tanner or the stern authority of her soap opera roles, her passing was a poignant reminder of how much character actors bring to our screens. Her legacy rests in the fabric of American television, woven not in lead roles but in the vital parts that make a family story believable. A drama more touching a sitcom, warmer. Alice Herson may not have been the star, but she was the kind of actress whose presence made every scene shine just a little brighter. When Marcia Wallace walked into Full House as Iris, the loud and quirky secretary at Wake Up San Francisco, she instantly commanded the screen. Born on November 1, 1942 in Creston, Iowa, Wallace was already a familiar television face by the time she appeared on the show in the late 1980s. At 45 years old, she brought her trademark wit and razor-sharp timing to the Tanner universe, reminding audiences that comedy is as much about presence as punchlines. Wallace had built a remarkable career before Full House. She became a household name as Carol Kester, the wisecracking receptionist on The Bob Newhart Show, 1972 and 1978. Later generations knew her voice even better, as Edna Krabappel, Bart Simpson's cynical teacher on The Simpsons, a role that won her an Emmy Award in 1992. From guest spots on sitcoms like A.L.F. Murphy Brown and Full House, to game shows and stage performances, Wallace's career was a tapestry of laughter, layered with surprising depth. But her life wasn't only about comedy. She fought real battles, most famously with breast cancer, which she was diagnosed with in 1985. Rather than hide it, Wallace became a vocal advocate for cancer awareness, using her celebrity to help others facing the same fight. Personally, she endured heartbreak too. Her husband hotelier, Dennis Hawley, died of pancreatic cancer in 1992, leaving her to raise their adopted son alone. Financially, she remained steady, with an estimated net worth around $3 million built through decades of consistent work, though never with the lavish extravagance of Hollywood's elite. Tragedy struck on October 25, 2013, when Marcia Wallace died at the age of 70, just a week shy of her 71st birthday. The cause was complications related to pneumonia and her ongoing health struggles. Her passing sent ripples through Hollywood, not only because fans mourned Edna Krabappel, but because they lost a performer whose voice had been woven into American pop culture for over 40 years. Her legacy endures in laughter. On The Simpsons, Edna Krabappel's character was respectfully retired, a tribute to Wallace's irreplaceable presence. In reruns of The Bob Newhart Show or Full House, her sharp delivery still lands with the same brightness it did decades ago. Marcia Wallace's story is one of resilience, a woman who faced down cancer, heartbreak, and the limitations of typecasting, yet left behind a career and spirit that continue to resonate with warmth and humor. Doris Roberts, best remembered by modern audiences as Grace Weston in Full House 1989, was already a beloved Hollywood veteran when she made her guest appearance on the show. Born on November 4, 1925 in St. Louis, Missouri, she was 63 years old when she appeared in Full House portraying Danny Tanner's mother. Though her role was brief, her presence brought warmth and depth to the Tanner family dynamic, showcasing her ability to elevate even small parts into memorable moments. Before Full House, Doris had built a rich career across stage and screen. She became a household name for her iconic portrayal of Marie Barone in Everybody Loves Raymond 1996-2005, which earned her 4 Emmy Awards. Her film credits included The Taking of Pelham, 1, 2, 3, 1974 National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989, and Grandma's Boy, 2006. She also made countless television guest appearances on shows such as Remington Steele and Saint Elsewhere. Behind her, Success Doris faced her share of challenges. She lost her father at an early age, grew up in poverty, and often spoke about how financial struggles shaped her resilience. In her career, she faced ageism and typecasting in Hollywood, which she publicly criticized. In her personal life, she was married twice. Her first marriage ended in divorce, and she later found lasting companionship with her second husband, writer William Goyen, who died in 1983, leaving her widowed for the rest of her life. At the peak of her career, her net worth was estimated at around $14 million, thanks largely to Everybody Loves Raymond. She lived comfortably in Los Angeles, owning a home that reflected her success, but she remained down to earth, dedicating time to philanthropy and advocating for animal rights and senior issues. Doris Roberts passed away on April 17, 2016, from a stroke at the age of 90. Her death was a loss to Hollywood, as she was celebrated not just for her comedic timing and commanding presence, but also for her resilience and advocacy. Even after her passing, she remains a symbol of strength, humor, and perseverance for fans worldwide. Mickey Rooney, who made a guest appearance in Full House 1990 as Eddie Johnson, was already a legendary figure in Hollywood long before joining the sitcom. Born on September 23, 1920 in Brooklyn, New York, he was 70 years old when he appeared on the series. His role as Eddie, a wise and warm-hearted character, reflected the same charm and humor that had carried him through decades in the entertainment industry. Rooney's career began in vaudeville as a child, and he soon became one of MGM's top stars in the 1930s and 1940s, especially through the Andy Hardy film series. He appeared in iconic movies like Babes in Arms, 1939, National Velvet, 1944, Breakfast at Tiffany's, 1961, and later The Black Stallion, 1979, which earned him an Academy Award nomination. With a career spanning over 300 films, he was considered one of the last true links to Hollywood's golden age. Despite his talent and fame, Rooney's life was full of turbulence and tragedy. He was married 8 times, including a high-profile marriage to Ava Gardner, and most ended in divorce or bitterness. He faced financial ruin multiple times due to reckless spending, gambling, and mismanagement. Later in life, he revealed that he had been a victim of elder abuse and financial exploitation by his own relatives, a deeply personal scandal that brought national attention to the issue of elder rights. At his peak, Rooney's net worth was immense, but by the time of his later years, much of his fortune was gone. Estimates suggested he had less than $20,000 to his name at the time of his death, despite a lifetime of immense success. His personal struggles stood in stark contrast to his professional accomplishments. Mickey Rooney passed away on April 6, 2014 in Studio City, California, from natural causes at the age of 93. Though his final years were marked by hardship and loss, he remains remembered as a versatile entertainer whose energy and charisma lit up both stage and screen for nearly a century. His story is both inspiring and cautionary, a life of extraordinary highs shadowed by heartbreaking lows. Phyllis Diller, who appeared in Full House 1990 as Claire Tanner, Danny Tanner's grandmother, was a trailblazing figure in comedy and entertainment. Born on July 17, 1917 in Lima, Ohio, she was 73 years old when she joined the cast for her guest role. Her quirky humor, eccentric outfits, and infectious laugh made her performance on the sitcom instantly memorable, perfectly fitting the warm yet comedic tone of the Tanner household. Long before Full House, Diller had already broken barriers as one of the first female stand-up comedians to achieve mainstream success. She rose to fame in the 1950s and 1960s with her self-deprecating humor, often joking about her fictional husband Fong and her outrageous appearance. She became a regular on television variety shows, performing alongside legends like Bob Hope, with whom she toured extensively. Her film work included Boy Did I Get a Wrong Number, 1966, The Sunshine Boys, 1975, and numerous voice roles in later years, such as in A Bug's Life, 1998. Behind her, Laughter Diller's life had its share of struggles. She endured financial difficulties early in her career while raising 5 children, often juggling multiple jobs before finding her breakthrough in comedy. Her personal life was turbulent. She married and divorced multiple times, including her long first marriage that ended painfully. She also underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries, openly joking about them in her act, but privately it reflected insecurities she carried throughout her life. At her career peak, Phyllis Diller's net worth was estimated at around $15 million earned through stand-up television, film, and voice work. She lived comfortably in Brentwood, California, where she also pursued her passion for painting. She never remarried after her last divorce, but she embraced her independence and found fulfillment in her career, family, and art. Phyllis Diller passed away on August 20th, 2012 at her Los Angeles home from natural causes at the age of 95. Her death marked the loss of one of comedy's true pioneers, a woman who shattered barriers in a male-dominated field and paved the way for future generations of female comedians. She is remembered not only for her outrageous wit and style, but also for her resilience and groundbreaking contributions to comedy and television. Don Knotts, who appeared in Full House 1990 as himself in a playful cameo, was already one of television's most beloved comedians by the time he stepped onto the Tanner family's stage. Born on July 21, 1924 in Morgantown, West Virginia, he was 66 years old during his Full House appearance. His trademark nervous energy, wide-eyed expressions, and impeccable comedic timing made him an unforgettable guest star, instantly charming both the cast and the audience. Knotts first rose to national fame as Barney Fife, the bumbling deputy sheriff on The Andy Griffith Show, 1960–1965, a role that earned him 5 Primetime Emmy Awards and cemented his place in TV history. He went on to star in a string of successful family comedies for Disney, including The Incredible Mr. Limpet, 1964, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, 1966, and The Apple Dumpling Gang, 1975. Later, he found renewed popularity as Ralph Furley, the flamboyant landlord on Three's Company, 1979–1984. Behind the laughter, Knotts' personal life was marked by struggles. He grew up in poverty, coping with a father who suffered from mental illness, and the insecurity of his childhood shaped both his comedic style and his lifelong battles with anxiety and depression. He married 3 times. 2 of those marriages ended in divorce, and he often admitted his workaholic nature put a strain on his relationships. Despite these difficulties, Knotts enjoyed significant financial success, with an estimated net worth of about $20 million at his peak, largely from his film and television work. He lived comfortably in Los Angeles, though he kept a modest lifestyle compared to many Hollywood stars. He had 2 children from his marriages, both of whom spoke fondly of him after his passing. Don Knotts died on February 24, 2006 from complications related to lung cancer at the age of 81. His death marked the end of a career that spanned more than 5 decades. Remembered as one of America's greatest character comedians, Knotts left behind a legacy of laughter and resilience, proving that even personal hardship could be transformed into timeless comedy that continues to inspire audiences today. Sherman Hemsley, who appeared in Full House 1991 as a guest star playing the character of Leon, was already a household name in American television by that time. Born on February 1, 1938 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he was 53 years old when he joined the Tanner family sitcom. Though his role in Full House was brief, his recognizable presence and comedic energy brought an extra spark to the episode, reminding audiences of his established place in TV history. Hemsley was best known for his iconic role as George Jefferson, first introduced in All in the Family, 1973, before becoming the central character in the long-running spin-off, The Jeffersons, 1975–1985. His portrayal of the brash, ambitious, and sharp-witted businessman made him one of television's most memorable characters. He later starred in Amen, 1986–1991, further cementing his reputation as a comedic force. His work earned him Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, as well as a lasting place in pop culture. Despite his professional success, Hemsley's personal life was unusually private and sometimes troubled. He never married and had no known children, often leading to speculation about his relationships and lifestyle. He lived modestly compared to many of his peers, and although his net worth was estimated at around $3 million at his peak, financial disputes and lack of family ties made his later years complicated. After his death, controversy arose over his estate, with multiple parties claiming to be his rightful heirs. Hemsley's life was not without struggle. He faced typecasting after The Jeffersons, which limited his opportunities for dramatic roles. He also dealt with health problems later in life, including complications from lung cancer. Sherman Hemsley passed away on July 24, 2012 in El Paso, Texas, from complications related to lung cancer at the age of 74. Tragically, his body remained unburied for months due to the legal battles over his estate, a sad epilogue to an otherwise brilliant career. Nevertheless, he is remembered as a television pioneer whose work challenged stereotypes and brought laughter to millions, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence comedy and television today. Jonathan Brandis, who appeared in Full House 1990 as Michael DJ Tanner's first boyfriend, was a rising young actor whose talent and charm made him a memorable guest on the show. Born on April 13, 1976 in Danbury, Connecticut, he was only 14 years old when he played the role, capturing the awkward sweetness of teenage romance in a way that resonated with young viewers. Brandis's career began in commercials as a child, but he quickly moved into television and film. Before Full House, he appeared in series like Who's the Boss and L.A. Law. His breakthrough came with his role as young Bill Denbrough in Stephen King's It, 1990, followed by his starring role as Lucas Wolinchak in the sci-fi series Sequest DSV, 1993-1996. At the height of his fame, he was a teen idol, appearing on magazine covers and building a devoted fan base. His film credits included Ladybug's 1992, Sidekicks 1992, and later roles in independent films. Yet behind his success lay deep struggles. As he transitioned from teen stardom into adulthood, Brandis found it difficult to secure meaningful roles. The cancellation of Sequest DSV was a major blow, and his career began to decline. He reportedly felt overlooked by Hollywood, which led to bouts of depression and disillusionment. He also struggled privately with alcohol use, which worsened as his career faltered. At the time of his passing, his net worth was modest, estimated at less than $400,000, a sharp contrast to the success he enjoyed in his youth. He never married and had no children, though he was romantically linked to fellow actress Tatiana Ali in the 1990s. Jonathan Brandis tragically died on November 12, 2003 at the age of 27 after taking his own life by hanging in Los Angeles. Friends later shared that he had been deeply discouraged about his career and future. His death shocked fans who had grown up watching him on screen, and it served as a somber reminder of the immense pressures faced by young stars in Hollywood. Despite the tragedy, he is remembered for his boyish charisma, his sensitive performances, and the lasting mark he left on 1990s pop culture. Which character from Full House 1987-1995 holds a special place in your heart? How does it make you feel, knowing that the beloved cast members are no longer with us? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share them in the comments below. If you've been enjoying this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.